Is the more detailed in the rotational equivalence of force. It is the measure of the tendency of a force to rotate an object around an axis. Mathematically, torque is calculated as the product of the force applied and the distance from the axis of rotation. Tensegrity, derived from tensional integrity, is the structural system that relies on the balance between tensile force and the compressive force to create a stable structure. It's characteristic by a network of structures. Suspended with a web of cable of tendons, the Tensegrity structures are known for their strange flexibility and lightweight nature often seen in electrical engineering and biology.
The center of mass, or the center of gravity, of an object is crucial concept in physics and engineering. It's the point where the entire mass of an object can be considered to be concentrated. For symmetrical objects, the center of mass often coincides with the geometrical center, but for irregular shapes, it can be located elsewhere. The center of mass is essential in determining how an object will behave under the influence of external forces such as gravity. To determine whether a structure is in equilibrium, one must assess both the translational and rotational aspect. For translational equilibrium, the net force acting on the structure must be zero, meaning all forces balance out. Rotational equilibrium, the net torque must also be zero, indicating that there is no tendency on the structure to rotate. If these conditions are met, the structure indeed is in equilibrium, meaning it's not accelerating or rotating under the given set of forces.
Well, hello guys, I'm doing the Tensegrity experiment. I already did the base of the experiment. It's going to end up like this, and I'm gonna put the strings right now. These strings, and this is gonna be in equilibrium. So next I'm gonna put a car above it, and let's see what's happening.
After at least 30 attempts to make this right, I'm gonna put the toy car, the Lego car, above it, and let's see what happens. Speaking now seriously, here's the final product, the third attempt. Now I'm gonna put the Lego car above it, but the table wasn't working because the glue was too soft, so I had to use super glue in one of the base. So, and even though the angle isn't the same in the both bases, I think it's gonna support it because one side before had super glue and the other hasn't. So I think it's gonna hold it now. I'm gonna do the try. I'm gonna put the Lego car, and it's holding it. So I think it works.
I'm so self-conscious. That's why you always see me with at least one of my watches. Rollies and Porsches that drove me crazy. I can't even pronounce nothing past that for safety. Man, I spent 400 bucks on this just to be like, nigga, you ain't up on this. That's why I'm iced out medallion, heavy on the wrist. My niggas serve at Chevys on the 1st and 5th. So instant.